Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Hello, this is the Hot Topic Show. What do we do?
You won't judge, but we're judging. It's going to be juicy.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching our show. My co-host, my studio audience. I'm ready to go. Let's get started. It's time for... Yes. So good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, one of the highlights of the weekend, which is why I couldn't wait to get here to talk to you about, Janet Jackson's new baby. So just last week, I was saying we still haven't seen a picture. She posted one on Instagram, which is really rare for Janet. The baby boy's name is Issa, and he's 3 months old. Gorgeous. Look at those juicy lips. Oh my gosh, and the eyelashes. Look at Janet's flawless skin. Okay, and her fierce mother look. Anyway, so the next day, Janet's estranged husband, Wasim, showed off the baby in the park. So this is weird. Oh, I know, the baby's cute, but that's not the story. The story is, why are these two people who are normally so cloaked and secretive all of a sudden putting this out here? Now, you could say because the paparazzi will continue to hunt them down, try to take a picture of the baby and then sell the baby's pictures for money, on one hand. On the other hand, Janet, you've been so good, and Was, you too, we don't know much about you. You guys have been so good about keeping, who you are secret from us. You only let us know what you want. What the child custody battle is going on? What is about to brew? No, I'm the better parent. No, I'm the better parent. No, I'm the better parent. Was, clearly, this looked like a stage photo. You with the baby in the park and stuff. We don't even know. Anyway, and then he goes on over the weekend to post this heartfelt message to Janet, basically saying, he calls it love. He says to the most beautiful person in the world, thank you for your divine love, your eternal support, and for being my best friend. I love you so much. I don't know what inshallah means.
Inshallah. Inshallah means God willing.
God willing.
Uh-huh.
I smell a rat. You know what I mean? You ever have a mouse die in your garage or something? There's a very distinct smell when you know what I'm saying, Suzanne?
Yes. I know.
Having a mouse doesn't mean you're dirty. No. It just means that, you left the door open too long and they're cold. And then when that mouse dies, you don't know until you smell it. It's a specific smell. Anyway, I smell a rat. I don't know what's going on. Reportedly, Janet is going to release a new album and go on tour later this year. Well, if she's planning on going on tour and she's gonna bring the baby with her, then all of a sudden, maybe that comes into question with the court system. Why are you dragging this baby around? You ever fly with a baby? Colic all over that. Up, down, the ears are popping, they're not popping. You're driving the passengers crazy. Oh my gosh, nothing worse than a crying baby on a plane. It happens though, it does happen. But, and then Was, what are you gonna do with the baby? What all is the go? I don't know. I need to follow this story more, and I'll keep you posted. But I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Yeah. Speaking of the Jacksons, so Blanket, who's now, I mean, we're still calling him Blanket. He's 15 years old, and he lives alone in a mansion in Calabasas with no guardian to speak of. I mean, you know, he's got this 7-bedroom home with just staff. Now, he eats, they say, candy bars and cereal for most of his meals, and he spends the day at school, where they say he's a good student. Although, you know, you can't trust that either, because, you know, when Miss Crabtree sees a Jackson walk into her class, doesn't the first thing she wants to do is get to know him better through his family and give him a B, even though he deserved an F? You know, so good student is relative. Anyway, they say he's a good student. He spends the day at school, and then he comes home, he finishes eating candy, he plays video games. You know, I guess if he has to go to the grocery store, he sends the servants, or he might take an Uber or something like that. His grandmother, Catherine, was living at the house, but she's been gone. She's been in London helping Janet and, you know, the baby. And Trent used to live in the guest house, you know, the no-good nephew. Anyway, Trent used to live in the guest house, but now that he's been kicked out of the premises, it's just the 15-year-old and the servants. And the question, I guess, is, can a 15-year-old raise themselves? No. I don't know who you were at 15, but let me tell you something. If left to my own devices, oh, yes, I could. Oh, yes, I knew how to cook, sew, well, not drive, but I'd figure it out. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, if you're left to the wolves of life, yes, a 15-year-old can raise themselves. Think about it at 15. Clap if you think that you at 15 could raise yourself. I know I could. I know I could. But this begs the question, why have so many children? Again, you know, I get pissed at families who got so many children and none of them really know how to step up to the plate at times of duress. Like, there's no reason that the no-good nephew should have been taking advantage of Mrs. Jackson. With all those kids Mrs. Jackson has and all those nieces and nephews and all that big family, and you couldn't protect her? And now you've got this boy allegedly living in Calabasas by himself, 15 years old. Rebe, where are you? LaToya, what are you doing? Jermaine. You know? But often those of us with a smaller family, you know, we often envy those of you with larger families, because we always say, gosh, you know, there'd be so much support. Only the more I do Hot Topics, the more I feel like, you know what? Sometimes having just 1 or 2 kids or 3 kids is best, because at least they all know how to step in. You know, like regarding Blanket. Maybe Tito's like, you know, I live an hour away. Jermaine's got it. And Jermaine's like, you know, I'm busy with my family. You know, LaToya's got it. You know, and meantime, nobody's got it. Paris reportedly, though, is very concerned. This is his sister, Paris. You know, she's very concerned. But she's busy trying to be a model herself. Paris is only like 20 years old. I wouldn't put my career on hold for a sibling at 20. You know, you sort that out. Only because, you know, she's trying to get her own life started, you know, living under the rock of the Jacksons all of her life, and she's so celebrated as a model. Anyway, there they are at dinner. Along with TJ, the uncle. Now, TJ is the legal guardian of the boy, Blanket. But TJ also has got his own full family and a wife and whatnot. So I guess it's hard for him to guardian as much as he wants to, although TJ, this is where maybe you need to call a family meeting before somebody calls Child Protective Services on 2300 Jackson Street. That's it. That was TJ?
That was TJ. Yeah.
Let me see again.
Go back.
Turn back. Oh, okay. That's it. You know, happy birthday to one of my favorite moms in the mom clique, Jennifer Garner. You know? I've never seen her act in anything. I've never seen Alias.
Alias, yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen.
That was a good show.
I don't know nothing for that. How I know her is that she is married to Ben Affleck, and then I read about them in the papers and whatnot. And sometimes, you know, with some of your favorite celebrities, their personal life does, you know, overpower their professional life. Like, all I know Jen for is being Mrs. Affleck and giving up her career, you know, to raise the children while he went off and became Batman, won a couple of Oscars. This all happened during their marriage. So she took a step back to raise the kids while he went out there and did his thing. And, you know, I was very upset to read that the divorce was finalized last week. But, yeah, well, you know what? She's tried. You try. You try, and you try, and you try. And finally, you know how sometimes the kids get used to daddy not being there all the time or mom not being there all the time? Sometimes the kids get used to that. After a year or so of trying, they've been separated that long, they finally decided to put the nail in the coffin. At 45 years old, I think that's the best thing ever. She's got 45 more good years. You know what I mean? You know? Like, why should she turn 46 with you know, a man who doesn't want to, you know, go by the law of the land? You know, so now she's 45. I told you I like her a whole lot. She's that mom who helps out crazy moms like me. I forget the cupcakes at the bake sale. You know what I mean? And Jen always has, in my mind, she always has extras in the back. You know, you forget when the SATs are. But she's always that mom to let you know, and she never judges, never judges. Anyway, I think that they're doing co-parenting the right way, because these people have been separated for a moment now. And, you know, the kids, look, they went to church this weekend as a family. They go to church, yeah, every Sunday that, you know, they're available, they do go to, don't you like her church outfit? She goes to one of those churches. Because I've seen church dresses before. And I'm Baptist. But you know, girls wear I've seen girls wear bandage dresses to church, okay? Real short, sit in that front pew. Anyway, she does deserve half. So whatever he's worth, she absolutely, Suzanne, in my opinion,
yes.
In my opinion,
I agree
she
with
put
you.
everything on hold. I don't know what everything is, because I've never seen Alias. As far as I'm concerned,
I never saw it either.
As far as I'm concerned, she put nothing on hold, because I knew her name. I mean, I knew her name. I just didn't know what she does for a living. You know what I'm saying? But she's worth $60 million, so she does something. And he's worth $105 million. So just pay her what she needs, Ben, and good luck to both of you all. Yeah. Suzanne. Yeah. How are the in-laws?
They're fine, pleasant. Yeah. I had Easter at my sister-in-law's, and my mother and father, my in-laws were there, and everyone was fine. I think they missed the episode that I said I wouldn't take Brendan's last name because I'm not Irish. So they missed that. So all was fine.
I didn't ask you to repeat it, so now they might be seeing this episode. So.
In case they missed it.
Now you're back in the doghouse.
Oh my God, that's right. He was so mad at me. Like,
Brendan?
truly, yeah, he was mad. But
I saw it during commercial breaks. Yeah, during commercial breaks, it's shady to you. If you missed the episode, then look, you miss a day, you miss a lot here at Wendy.
Yes.
So look, 50 Cent is facing that lawsuit. You know that girl who was twerking? We told her what to do, but she just wants to jump on stage. And yeah, he punched her in the boobs. And she's from Baltimore. This was all in Baltimore. okay? She shook his hand, but she pulled apparently too hard. Well, I don't know why he's handshaking from a platform anyway, you know, because overzealous fans. Then the girl wouldn't let go, you know, and so thanks to TMZ for the video footage, and then he got her on stage, realizing that maybe this is a way to stop a lawsuit if he can just have her be a star for a moment. And so she was, and she jumped up there and she twerked and whatnot. But we told her here through Hot Topics, and I guess her friends watched, or she was watching or something. Anyway, she's following our advice. Now she's suing. You know what? She's not just suing 50 Cent. She's also suing the Locks. Shout out to the Locks, yes. My friends. She's also suing the Locks and also the venue. Now, I mean, with a lawsuit like this, of course, you know, you sue everybody and see what you get. But in my opinion, lady, the first time you got up there and twerked with him, you deserve nothing. Like you blew your credibility right there. Right there. I mean, if you're gonna do a lawsuit, you gotta make it good from the beginning. Like, you should have dropped to the ground right then and there. You know what I mean? Drop to the ground. And incidentally, the only leg you have to stand on, lady, is, now follow what I'm saying, okay? Don't blow this. Something like, and by the way, nobody could tell you that you can't breathe. So, you know, my breathing has been labored ever since that time. My breasts hurt every single day. I have no feeling in my nipples. Say. Because doctors think they're so smart, and they are, but they can't tell you that you have pain. Only you can tell them that you have pain. So now you start, and I'll get back to you with the rest. At 50, you were really, really dumb for doing this. You know, no, I don't care how hard she shook your hand. You're really dumb for doing this. You should probably just settle out of court. She probably doesn't want much. After all, she's the same woman who jumped up there and twerked for you. So she doesn't want, you know, a little money for a Chanel bag or something. She'll be good. I'm not trying to minimize, you know, a woman being punched in the boobs by a man. All I'm saying is that she's the one who would, you know, probably fall for something less than what a lot of us would fall for regarding this situation. I am disgusted. Oh, you like it when I'm mad? And it's your birthday? You came here for a full show. Okay. Happy birthday, okay? Yes. Do you know who else's birthday it is today? It's Victoria Beckham. You know who that is. She's married to David Beckham. It's her birthday. She turns 43. Well, she wants her 5-year-old daughter, Harper, to follow in her footsteps. So she recently registered Harper's name with the intellectual property authorities in Europe so that one day Harper can sell things and have her own label and her own name. Well, you know what? Why can't kids just be kids? Like, I get that whole, you know, registered trademark and all that other kind of stuff, but Harper, while it's a beautiful name, it is not uncommon for the girl down the street to be named Harper as well. And then what if your Harper doesn't turn out successfully? Now you're telling me the girl down the street who turned out successful can't use the name Harper? That's a lot of lies. That's a lot of, well, when we first got this talk show, right? Oh, I was paranoid. How's it gonna turn out? How's life gonna change? You know, I was like paranoid on so many different levels. But one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to trademark, how you doing? Why not? I left it, you know, from radio. Here I come on TV, how you doing? Well, like, and I'm like, okay. What if this show becomes really big and how you doing is, you know, like my trademark, you know. And so I'm on the phone every day. It was like working a damn part-time job, talking to these people at the trademark places and back and forth and the paperwork and the checks. And finally I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna be grandfathered in. That means when you already have something and you get brought in and the thing is still yours. I'm gonna be grandfathered into TV with How You Doing. And I dare anybody to try to tell me I'm not the How You Doing lady. Like Joey Tribbiani, his How You Doing is delivered differently than mine. Now, if he trademarked his, I would still fight it because he's, how you doing? You know, his is like a phrase. My how you doing is a lifestyle. It's a... So, it's not trademarked, but I dare anybody to come for me and tell me I can't say, how you doing? So, Nick and Mariah spent Easter together with the kids, of course. They looked very, very cute. And then after, very cute. They're dyeing eggs. Did you dye eggs? I dyed eggs. Did you dye eggs? I put them on my Instagram if you care. They came out very well. But they're dyeing the eggs, and it looks like they're having a good time. Do you remember the picture that they originally, remember that picture from years ago when they were dressed in the rabbit costumes laying in the grass? That's like one of my favorites of all time. Anyway, but Nick was busy because then Nick went to see his new baby's mother and their new baby. So, you know, he seems like a really good father. And you know, did you ever see him in the St. Jude's commercial where he's got the kids in his lap? He's like, with the, oh my gosh, St. Jude's Hospital. I'm just like, oh. So I noticed he changed his headgear, but he didn't change his outfit. But he was busy all day. You know what he's doing next Thursday? He'll be here at our show. Yeah. We've got a whole lot of exclusive stuff to talk about with Nick Cannon next Thursday. In the meantime, today, everybody, we've got more great show for you here at Wendy. Up next, the inside scoop on The Rock's feud with Vin Diesel and an update on Lamar Odom. So grab a snack and come on back.